Hi, I'm Dr. Robert Mindila. I'm an associate professor and dean of the Faculty of Graduate Studies and Research. This year, we have an upcoming conference that is coming up in October, and we wanted to take this time and session to share with you the requirements that you need to know about this conference. Now, we all know that the role of the university is in teaching, research, and community service. And when we do research, in a conference is where we disseminate our findings. Then maybe just a recap and mention about the conferences that the NCC conference is going to be hosted by ISBAT University and Gulu University, and it's going to be sponsored by Uganda Communications Commission. And this is just a briefing on how you are supposed to craft your paper and submit it successfully. Just to give you some brief about the 20 leading journal publishing countries across the globe, we have the United States, which is leading, and it has done journals that are indexed ranging to 6,425 and takes a percentage share of 24.23 across the world. Now you look at number 1, 2, 3, 4 downwards, it has all the details about the journal publishing countries. And then if you look at our scenario in Africa, the papers that have been published among the top 10 African countries include South Africa, Egypt, Tunisia, Nigeria, Algeria, Kenya, Morocco, Ethiopia, Ghana, and where Uganda also falls. So among these African countries, 92.2% of the total publications in Africa, it has been in the last 5 years, means that they have only contributed 7.8% of the total publications. And one truth is that Egypt has the most cited documents with 67% of the total publications, which reflect the quality of Egyptian scientific research. It is on this basis that we also, who are in Uganda, we are supposed to also come up and contribute to this knowledge. Now, why is it important for us to publish? Of course, we know research contributes to knowledge that is already existing, and also it is the measure that we use in academic and professional recognition. Also, sometimes we publish so that we are able to raise funding for our career advancements as lecturers, and also to put up collaboration opportunities and growth of ourselves, society, and the country. Now, this October on 2nd and 3rd is when the 9th National Conference on Communications will be held. This is going to be the 9th session of NCC conferences that have been held over time, and the theme of this conference for this year is harnessing digital innovation to power sustainable local solutions for Uganda's development goals. So as I said, it's going to be on 2nd and 3rd of October 2025, and it will be hosted by ISBAT University and Gulu University. And the conference is sponsored by Uganda Communications Commission. Now, the structure of the manuscript that you are supposed to produce should be in this order. We have the title, the author details, the abstract, the keywords, introduction, methodology, analysis and findings, conclusion, recommendations, and future scope. And of course, you must include some references for the same. That is the structure of how your manuscript is supposed to look like. Then on the technical requirements, your abstract should not be more than 250 words. And the word limit of the full paper should not go beyond 5,000 words. And then the file size should be under 10 MB of the document. And the referencing style that we are using is the APA style, 7th edition. And the page limit of the paper should be between 6 to 8 pages of all the contents of your paper. More so, just to remind ourselves about the writing tips, we need to be very clear and concise. There should be a logical flow and coherence, consistency in the use of terminology, and also it's better you also use some visual aids like figures, like tables, pie charts, and so on to improve our data presentation. And of course, adhere to proper referencing of the APA style 7th edition. On the same, there are keys to successful acceptance of these papers. As you may know, this time we are not being charged any amount of money to submit the paper. So we will have very many papers that will be coming. And to ensure that your paper is successfully accepted, it must be relevant. That means it should address the conference themes and also be able to bring in research significance and, of course, originality. And on the same number two, it should be timely. You must submit it well before the deadline. And also, you must comply on the item of formatting style, requirements, and also being able to be responsive in responding promptly to reviewer feedback if provided. This shows professionalism. So my colleague will take you through the next submission process. Thank you.
Yes, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, I would like to thank Dr. Robert Mindila, who has taken you through, and I want to continue from where he stopped. My name is Peter Mbaba Zimbabazize, and I am the Dean, Faculty of Business and Commerce at ISBAT University, and I'm also the Associate Professor of Management Science. As Dr. Robert Mindila has been taking you through the coming research and conference with the Uganda National Communications, ISBAT University is in partnership for the forthcoming conference, and I would like to take you through the submission process. This is the submission process, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, you have seen the theme, harnessing digital innovation to power sustainable local solutions for Uganda's development goals. The following are the thematic areas in this theme. 1, digital innovation for social impact. 2, technology for sustainable livelihoods. 3, environmental sustainability through technology. 4, future skills and digital literacy for the SDGs. And then 5, civic technology and digital governance. So you can see that we've got 5 civic areas. You are free to do your research and come and present in any of those 5 thematic areas. Submission process. While you prepare to come and submit your paper, this is the process. Register with the NCC portal. As you can see the website there, ncc.co.ug. After you have registered, you follow the note for the authors and apply the prescribed template for your manuscript. This prescribed template, you'll be able to find 2 important documents: the note for the author and then the prescribed template. So the note for the author is actually within the website, ncc.co.ug. You'll also find, if you click the prescribed template in that website, the moment you click in. After clicking in, you'll be able to see the submission process, which goes that ensure that the plagiarism in this paper, in this research or in these papers we are going to start preparing, Plagiarism should be within 15%. We don't want anything above 15%. An author or researcher will be permitted to submit maximum of 2 research work, including the research paper, research projects, etc. Don't submit more than 2 research papers. In this submission process, ladies and gentlemen, when you click in that website, you are going to find a note about submission on papers, submission on paper on the NCC portal. Now, as you can see that portal, ncc.co.ug, the 9th Conference on Communications. The moment you click in, as you can see this arrow, it will take you to submit a paper. So when you submit that paper, this is what you'll be able to see. Submission site opening 27th May 2025. Submission deadline on 7th July 2025. Acceptance notification 7th August 2025. Camera ready deadline 20th August 2025. And then the conference dates shall be from 2nd to 3rd October 2025. It is important also for the researchers to note that most of the conference papers we do publish or present in many conferences or many seminars, we always pay. However, in this one, you are exempted from paying the registration fees. This is a very, very big advantage. You don't need to pay any registration fees, ladies and gentlemen. And what we only need from you is to submit high quality submissions, high quality papers that can actually qualify to be submitted in the ISBAT University Journal of International Journal of Business, Engineering, Science and Technology. What next after doing that? Upon successful acceptance of the manuscript, the expert panel of reviewers will review the submitted full-length paper and will provide consolidated remarks for further communication with authors. The author would submit the revised manuscript in MS Word file within the stipulated timeline. The review criteria which we want in this forthcoming conference is that the researcher should provide new and original ideas that others can understand and benefit from. To that effect, the basic criteria are given below. 1, there should be relevance to conference theme and particular track. As I told you, I've got 5 themes, which I mentioned earlier. The paper you're presenting should be original, that is originality of the contents. We also expect you to present a paper with a quality of good English, clarity, and very easy to understand. When you open the website, you'll be able to see the guidelines about this clarity criteria and the quality of English we need in this particular forthcoming conference papers. Then lastly, we expect you to have a reference style that is, as usual, the APA reference styling, as mentioned, the prescribed template, and then the length of the paper should not exceed more than 8 pages. As you prepare for presenting this paper in the forthcoming conference, ladies and gentlemen, we expect you to go through your research work again thoroughly before you submit. Create the PPT slides summarizing your paper. Emphasize on methodology, analysis, and findings. Rehearsal the timing and delivery periods such that you don't be taken outside the timeline. And then prepare for the Q&A sessions on that day when you are going to present your paper. After your presentation, we expect the audience to give you some questions and answers for you to clarify after you have submitted, rather after you have discussed the paper before the audience. During that conference, ladies and gentlemen, while you present your research, ensure the following: engage with the audience and peers, network with the researchers, gather feedback for improvements. Without wasting time, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to take this opportunity to thank you for listening to me. And on this slide, you can see that in the case of any further questions regarding this forthcoming conference, there's that email, NCC-2025@isbatuniversity.com. Feel free to send us any question, and then we shall respond accordingly. Thank you so much.